Okay, so let's see through it. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. But this bang come up from the lake, so I want to see what I have. I also want to see this map of the lake. I want to check it. Okay. Oh, weird. Oh, weird. This is like arranged differently from the map that we saw, or when we were out there, I think. If her car was the one on top, then I'm confused by that. I noticed my confusion. Anyway, okay, she heard one bang. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat, and there was another bang. There wasn't anything on the lake with that boat. But there weren't any contradictions in there. Sorry, Nick. If only my sister were here. Maya's really taking this hard. Okay. Well, tell me about being in your car. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Ms. Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness' motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Oh, wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. You heard this bang. You saw two gents in a boat. Another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Oh yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions, meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. On Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Okay, so... another bang. So she... like I said, she only heard two bangs. Do I ever... Another bang. Okay, so can I... present the gun? I don't think that would make sense. I don't know if that would... we'll see. Miss... well... this evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Fine. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Okay, so let me hear about the first bag. So, you weren't looking at the lake at that time? No. I looked after I heard that noise. She's said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Well, how did you know there was two gents? At that distance, you can't tell. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. She did not see two gents. She saw two faceless figures. Does that look like gent to you? It's not gonna like it if I present it. But I'm going to. Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll keep pressing, I suppose. Okay, so Christmas Eve just after midnight, you reckon? Why do you reckon that? Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day! Huh? Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Hey, she's in the car. She heard the bang. She saw two gents. She did no such thing. There was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Really? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned this whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick. Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Really fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. But pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Stand? Who was that? It was me. Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you're actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it, I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court and must leave. No. No! Oops. Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Oh. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order, 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 order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya? I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. That last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Miss Edgeworth. That's it? Uh-oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that... Okay. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Pressure on it? Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claim there was a contradiction in the witness testimony. Well, find it. If you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Damn! That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Okay, so we'll do the thing. How did you see it clear as day when it was foggy in the middle of the night? Explain. Got you. Got you, Ms. Hart, finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Ms. Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim that you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself! Ms. Hart? What? Would you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
How Edgeworth was seen. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You used binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good.
How Edgeworth was seen. Am I allowed to press, or are you gonna destroy me again? Okay, the mist was thick as grits. I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Brought your binoculars with you. Binoculars?
Binoculars?
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday you mentioned you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Is that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yes.
This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case.
Like, why is it set to listen for loud noises if you're taking pictures of shooting stars,
Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Ms. Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you.
Camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. Okay, so explain to me this.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was not. It said take picture when a loud noise is detected. Objection! You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie.
Says who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Ms. Hart.
Oh. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing? She was photographing... Guppy Gordy!
Your Honor, take a look at this.
It was Miss Hart trying to photograph the lake.
Take that! Ms. Hart, this is what you are trying to photograph.
What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? The sighting at Gourd Lake.
Well, Ms. Hart?
I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Sure I have proof.
I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? I mean, the camera. I mean, the camera.
The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises.
Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Ms. Hart? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah.
Not bad, are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what?
Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly.
What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.